Alright, we're live. Everybody, it's Ace Attorney time. Ace Attorney time. Sorry, I didn't. It was on the wrong screen. Bop, 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 bop. Rise from the ashes. Day 1 investigation, go! So, we're investigating a crime from a person who admitted to the crime. But her sister's like, we didn't do it.
Prosecutor lady. Commander prosecutor lady.
And they're both Russian. For reasons
unknown. That is true.
There's a phone
it was
here.
your fault. That's all I remember.
This looks like a cell phone. Scientific analysis would suggest this belonged to the victim. I can't think of anyone else it could belong to. What's so scientific about that? Should we check it out? Yeah, of course we should check it. Right, let's check it out. I forgot it was HNBM to fucking rotate. This is not the best, I gotta say. What's the... Why does... this phone's still on the redial screen. Redial? Mr. Wright. Most phones keep a record of all the calls you've made and received. You just press the blue button to display the last number you called. This is an early stream again, yeah, because I work in the morning again. Convenient, isn't it? I'm surprised you didn't know about it. Sorry to disappoint you, but even I know about things like redial. Huh? Oh, I'm sorry. It's just you never know with people from your generation. Whatever. Let's check this phone out.
I'm like 30.
He's not even 30. He's like 22, I think, in this game.
Yeah. Wait, yeah, isn't he just out of college?
Yeah. He like...
The hell? Rude. This rude bitch.
Let's check it out.
Yeah,
it's redialed.
I forgot I need to bring up the...
Now to see who the owner of this phone called last. Note to self, the defense attorney doesn't think first, he just pushes button. Beep. Eh? Hey, that song, I know that.
Oh, right, I forgot. I was Cowboyman. Excellent. Give me 1 second while I break into character. Not that I remember what I think I never figured out how to do an actual cowboy accent. That's been my greatest struggle.
Perhaps not.
Perhaps not. Perhaps not.
How?
Perhaps not.
How?
This doesn't help that I also opened the stream, so I'm like hearing a fucking repeat of everything I'm saying.
Oh, excellent.
It's really getting to me. I was trying to pop out the chat. Again, I'm all over the place right now. All right. Hey, what's going on over here?
Beep. Ah, oh, sorry.
I see you, partner. You pressed redial on that there phone, didn't you?
Well, yeah. Whose phone is this anyway? It was on the ground over there.
Whose is it? That belongs to Chief Prospector Sky. It took me a second because I thought he was supposed to say prosecutor.
Yeah, I could tell you were like, wait, is it? I could hear your brain because mine did the same thing. I'm like, wait a minute. What? It's my sister's.
Your sister's been a prospector this whole time. She apparently dropped it when she was taken into custody right after the crime. Look, the last call was made right when the murder occurred. Looks like she was fixing to call someone. Except she only spoke for a few seconds according to this.
Who'd you call?
No idea. Sorry, partner. Now, I got a question for y'all, partner. I heard a phone ring just now. One of them newfangled tunes.
Oh, that? Oh. I'm sorry, that was my phone.
What? Your phone?
Yeah, it's kind of strange, but someone called me right as we picked up the other phone. Wrong number. Oh my god.
I hope you're not lying. They shoot you for that in Texas, partner.
Uh-oh, I've incited the wrath of the Lone Star Patrolman. Cell phone added to the court record. Let's check out the trunk of that car. What's this? Looks like a note of some sort. Look, something's written on it. You're right, let's see. 67S122. There's a name printed on the paper above that. Goodman. Maybe it fell out of his pocket when he was killed. Well, so, what does it mean, Mr. Wright? How am I supposed to know? Not yourself. For deductive reasoning, go to Edgeworth, not Wright. I'm sure Edgeworth wouldn't know what this means either. Goodman's note added to the court record. Alright, let's talk to... I think that's everything we had to find here, although I am going to make fun of Edgeworth's car. This appears to be the car where the body was found. It looks like the lock on the trunk is busted.
Oh, right, this is me, isn't it?
Uh-huh.
The crime took place in an underground parking lot at the prosecutor's office. The body was found in the trunk of my subordinate's car.
Quite a luxury car. It just screams, I have money to burn. Yeah, prosecutors get the big bucks.
Also, it belongs to, Fucker Man. I blanked out his name for a second, Edgeworth.
That's the one. Do you think they were excited to add DS capability to the game, or was it just something they told the developers to put in? I mean, like, they expand upon it a lot in Apollo Justice. There's a lot of things where that actually matters, but in this one, they just kind of throw some touchscreen mechanics at you, like, isn't this neat?
Yo, did you know that there's a touch screen on this shit?
This rope, is it?
Yo.
Yep, they laid it in the outline of the victim's body. So wait, the victim must have died when the killer closed the trunk on him. You've got to be the only person I know that would come to that conclusion. Let's talk about the victim. Officer Marshall, could you tell us more about the victim? Fucking just takes a swig.
Good men always die young. Remember that, partner.
Could you be a little more specific?
I sure can.
Bruce Goodman. That wolf, that R, hit that real hard. He was detective, right?
Well. Aren't you a feisty doggy there now? Detective Goodman was stabbed here at 5:15. Miss Smiling Madonna told me the tale.
I think he means the witness, Miss Angel Starr.
One stab to the chest. A fine piece of work. Here's the autopsy report. I already updated it.
Death due to loss of blood. One knife wound. Died within an hour and a half. Died within an hour and a half of 4 p.m. is not very specific.
Hey, that means it's sometime between 4 and 5:30.
Yep, and 5:15 is when they were stabbed, apparently. Goodman's autopsy report added to the court record. Was my sister involved with the victim in any way?
Funny you should mention that there, Bambina. Chief Prosecutor Sky and Detective... Prospector, fuck! Jesus Christ. This guy's gonna be the death of me. Chief Prospector Sky and Detective Goodman had nothing in common at all.
Nothing in common?
They apparently worked together on a case a few years back.
So there's no motive.
Goodman wasn't a particularly gifted detective. There's one reason why he didn't do much work with the chief prospector.
But my sister called the victim here on the day of the murder, right? Here, to this parking lot.
So it seems like calling an unarmed man to shoot at high noon.
Sure.
It's high.
I don't mean any offense, but Officer Marshall, you're a patrolman, right? Not a detective?
You call me out? They shoot you for that in Texas.
Huh?
I was one of them fancy shoes detectives till 2 years ago, to tell you the truth.
Oh, really? Now he tells me. But you're a patrolman now, so how can you be in charge of a crime scene?
Nothing gets by you, does it, Bambina?
So why are you in charge?
No reason. We're short on hands right now. I'm keeping an eye out in the meantime.
That's odd, though. Detective Gumshoe was saying he had nothing to do. Nothing important, at least.
He's nothing but a sad old cow dog. Can't find his tail. Maybe it's because he runs with that Edgeworth, huh?
Edgeworth?
That cow dog's been kicked out of this cow run by order of the chief police. The police. Just he don't realize it yet.
Detective Gumshoe kicked out of the investigation? So there's no connection between Detective Goodman and my sister.
My sister. That's correct, but it's gold mine evidence against her.
She did stab him.
And the prospector tomorrow is none other than Edgeworth himself. I'm afraid your sister's fate is decided, my Bambina. Many condolences.
Officer Marshall.
Yeah, Bambina?
Cowboy music stops. Somebody subscribed on YouTube, thank you. How can you say that? You and my sister, you were... Is there something between this cop and her sister that I don't know about? Oh. He's got the fucking hat covering the eyes and the frowny face.
I apologize, Bambina. Something must have gotten to me. Maybe it's that dry wind that's blowing through the prospector's office.
Dry wind or ill will, someone's up to something here. But who?
Suspicions about Mr. Edgeworth have been flying around for nearly 2 years now.
Forged evidence and arranging testimonies, you mean?
He's unbeatable because he did whatever it took to win. Unbeatable, that is, until he met you.
But rumors are just rumors, aren't they? These are prosecutors we're talking about. Evidence is everything to them.
If you follow the rumors around Edgeworth to their source, you find one person. But they're off limits. Untouchable, you might say.
One person? Who?
Hate to say this, but it's your sister, Bambina. Chief Prospector Lana Sky.
What? My sister?
Edgeworth couldn't rustle all those cows by himself. Some people load their guns with bullets, some people load them with deals.
The ones with bullets are the ones that win the shootouts.
The bullets are more effective in a life or death scenario.
What, you're saying Edgeworth was making deals to win trials?
Where there's gunshots, there's bound to be bullets.
What?
That's what the old timers say.
Is it?
There's a big old secret hidden around here somewhere. Everyone knows it.
Is that why Detective Gumshoe was taken off the case? Did they target him because he was closest to Edgeworth? So, well, how are we doing, Mr. Wright? I guess we've got some clues. We have an autopsy report, a note from the victim, and his cell phone. So, you think we'll be okay? Well, the only thing still bothering me is that Lana's confessing to the crime. She says she did it. No problem. I can guarantee that she's not a criminal. Oh, by the way, Emma. Yes? I know that song your phone plays when it rings. What? It was her phone. Why does she have this? Why does everybody in this game have fucking Steel Samurai ringtones? It's the Steel Samurai theme song, isn't it?
Because they weren't clever enough to come up with more shows, Steven.
That popular TV show for kids? The phone that rang earlier wasn't mine. It was yours. At 5:18, just after the murder took place. Your sister called you, didn't she, Emma? I'm sorry. Can you tell me what you talked about? She hung up right away. I see. Cell phone updated in court record. Edgeworth has never forged evidence. It says so right here in this updated autopsy report.
It's so updated.
A detective is murdered and the suspect is a top prosecutor in the district. I've got a bad feeling about this. Like, maybe I still don't know everything that went on here. Yeah, no shit. Remember how I said this is the longest case in all of Ace Attorney? No shit you don't know anything, Phoenix. None of us do.
True. And we aren't gonna know for years.
Or like, 5 minutes.
Years. I accidentally missed the two free Epic Games last week.
They were both
breaking
scary.
my streak. They
were both scary games,
what?
So I doubt you would have enjoyed them.
I would have never played them. It was, well, I mean, to be fair, one was Blair Witch and the other one was Ghostbusters, the video game, so I don't know how spooky that second one is.
That's fair.
But I also don't think either of them is very good. But I was having, see, the big thing is, Steven, I had a streak going.
Aw, dang.
Since December, I think. Or no, it was January. I missed, the last game I missed was like, it was that like Eldritch
Celeste
game.
Something?
It was so I missed Celeste over the holiday, but then right after that, I didn't realize that the games are going to come out like every week. I thought it was like every 2 weeks. So I missed Sundered Eldritch Edition, which is like a Metroidvania game, but it's like it's got Eldritch shit.
Right.
It seemed cool.
February
I missed that, and then I went and then I added a calendar reminder to my phone, so every Thursday I would check, and I got the calendar reminder just now, and I went, oh fuck, I never checked last week. I did throw away money, Moloch. If I wanted to buy both these games, which I don't, it would be like $55 total for both of the two. Well, together, because it's like $30 and $25. I mean, I basically just pissed away money. Now, would I have downloaded these ever? No. But that's not the point, is it?
No, it's not. February 23, 9:34 a.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby number 2.
How did the investigation go yesterday, Mr. Wright?
Frankly, there are still a lot of gray areas. Or rather, the whole thing is one big gray area.
Don't worry about me, no matter the outcome. I'm ready to accept my fate.
I believe in you, sis.
Mr. Wright, let me offer you a word of advice.
Yes?
A defense attorney should never believe their client. The defendant is called to trial because they are suspected of wrongdoing. Never forget that.
Miss Sky, you remind me a lot of Mia. But there is one decisive difference between you and her.
Your Russian accent. And that is...
You're not a defense attorney.
I believe it's almost time for the trial. Good luck, Mr. Wright. Because isn't Mia's thing that she always believes their clients?
Correct.
It's like the exact opposite.
Literally the opposite. Never believe your clients. My first trial without a Fae helping me. No one's going to bail me out of this time. I'll be alone in there. So I have to discover the truth all by myself. Let's do it, Mr. Wright. I'll be with you the whole way. Yeah, but you're less helpful than Maya, and that's saying something. Maya,
it's true,
Maya
though.
could at least turn into my fucking mentor. If she tried real hard.
Maya's sometimes good, but you...
February
You're just
23,
wrong about
10
science.
a.m.,
That's all you
District
do.
Courtroom number 9. Number 9? We're usually number 4. Or 2.
I also missed the sale on Hades. God, I'm so stupid. Anyways. Oh, yay! I get to do this voice again. Hang on, let me go get my peanut butter. Court is now in session for our trial, Mr. Lonestar.
The defense is ready, Your Honor.
The prosecution has been ready for a while, Your Honor.
Edgeworth. Edgeworth.
I've been here for 2 days.
It's been 2 months, but I haven't been in the courtroom since his trial.
I hope that personal feelings will not be a part of the proceedings today, Mr. Wright. I will choose the path I think is right, regardless of what those around me might say. The judgment to be made here is in our hands, not those of anyone else.
Very well, Mr. Edgeworth, your opening statement, please.
Chief Prospector,
Nope.
Prosecutor Lana Sky, has committed an unpardonable crime. Not only this, but she was rash enough to commit it in the prosecutor's office lot.
Wow, he's much more forceful in person. I suddenly feel like confessing to everything.
However, she will now pay for her rashness with her life. Oh. There was a witness to her crime. A professional witness.
Well then, call your first witness, Mr. Edgeworth.
The prosecution calls its first witness, Miss Angel Star, to the stand.
A cough-up queen? I forgot she was called that.
I know, right?
Haven't I seen you somewhere?
What fucking voice did I give her? I think it was just like kind of a deep breathy thing, right? You ordered
Yeah,
the caviar
basically.
lunch, right?
Oh, caviar! I've never eaten caviar before.
The judge is really wolfing it down. And for you, I have a Fiesta Bowl.
That's not a Fiesta Bowl.
Thanks.
Will the witness state her name and profession and stop giving lunch to people? I swear to God.
And you, sir, did you order the fingerprint lunchbox?
It is too early for lunch. Your name and profession, please. I like Edgeworth.
Well, Your Honor, how does it taste?
So this is why everyone raves about caviar. It's so tasty and hot. I always thought caviar would taste like pickled tapioca.
What the heck does pickled tapioca taste like?
Name, profession, now.
This is my favorite bit every time. Just nobody fucking ever wants to say their name and profession for Edgeworth. The name is Angel Star. Don't go forgetting it. I find myself running Lunchland these days. Is that what you wanted me to say, Mr. Edgeworth?
Yes. Very well, witness. Please describe the incident to us.
The prosecution will wait. I'm not finished eating.
Hurry it up.
Very well, Mr. Edgeworth. As you know, we usually call on the police to provide a description of the crime.
Your Honor, as Mr. Edgeworth has said to the court, I am a professional.
Why do you guys keep saying that in quotes? What does it mean?
Until 2 years ago, Angel Star was a special investigator with the police. Wait, 2 years ago is right when Marshall quit also. Well, being a coincidence? Not in this game, it isn't.
Nope. Perhaps not.
She was a first-rate homicide detective.
What? Mr. was a detective? Yeah?
I know who you are. Cough up.
Cough up Queen Angel Star, Your Honor. Long time no see.
Very well. You may continue with the description, Miss Star.
Just who is this lady? If I might have the court's attention over here. The parking lot of the prosecutor's office is divided into 2 blocks. Block A block is for the prosecutor's office personnel. B block is for visitors and clients. A chain divider separates the 2 blocks. I suppose that's to keep visitors from taking up prosecutors' spaces, yes?
That was me. Steven, please stop reading my lines and then moving past them.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I will kill. Why didn't you stop when I said twice that it was me?
I thought maybe you were talking to the chat. The crime took place
Steven,
by the
I
car in the
swear,
back
I
of
swear to
A-block.
Christ.
In the car.
I suppose that's to stop the visitors from taking the prosecutor's spots, yes?
Yes. The crime took place by a car in the back of A-block in the car's trunk. The killer stabbed the victim with this knife and went to drive the body out. Oh, how'd that go? Pretty bad, it seems. Unfortunately for her, there was a witness and an arrest was made on the spot.
And who was this valiant witness?
Why, it was me, Your Honor. Parking lot floor plans added to the court record.
Witness, did you see the very moment of the crime?
Of course, Your Honor. Immediately after that, I apprehended the chief prosecutor.
Seems rather cut and dry, doesn't it? Very well, Mr. Wright.
I can't agree on principle, Your Honor. The judge is like, well, this is good enough for me. You? No.
I mean, I'm fucking sold. She gave me caviar.
It seems that some
That's
poor
about it,
losers
really.
are unwilling to accept the truth, Your Honor. Shall I proceed to crush what little hope they have remaining?
If you can, then give them your worst, mister.
Wait, are they talking about me?
Yes.
I hate you, Phoenix Wright. Always have, uppity little bitch.
Swissy has now responded
Oh.
with he was going to, and then we started early. Frowny face. Call him a bitch.
Somehow I always knew a day like this would come. I was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend when I sensed something. Perhaps it was my finally home detective's intuition at work. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to a garish car. Garish?
Garish.
Garish car. The chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand. Then she thrust the pointy tip of the knife into Detective Goodman's chest.
Oh, good. I thought you stabbed him with the handle, like a true psychopath.
Bringing a lunchbox to your boyfriend? How touching.
As you can see, there is no room for doubt.
The key point of your testimony seems to be nothing other than the point of the knife which you saw being stabbed into Detective Goodman.
So,
That's
how
good,
does
I
it
read
feel
that
to
down.
be so utterly crushed?
I'm sending that into Jailino.
I'm still thinking about that. It's merely a flesh wound, Mr. Wright.
Very well, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
For all
Good
for all
luck.
the good it'll work too.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't cross-examine this witness, but what
Oh,
do I
okay.
know? I'm just the judge.
How did you know? I respect the prosecutor's basic abhorrence of crime. Yet their methods are ugly and twisted. Twisted methods will always lead to tragedy.
The lunch that is uninformed opinion is duly noted.
Given that they are used to erasing inconvenient evidence at their whim. Killing off a detective
Oh,
that
she
knew
went
too
Mang
much is
Angerman.
merely an extension of that. Mister, do you have something personal against prosecutors? I felt that I had found my dream job when I became an investigator. And if I hadn't been laid off by those prosecutors over there, I'd still be one. Laid off? She was fired. To me, prosecutors are nothing more than worms. That said, I am a pro, as you know. My testimony is unbiased and flawless. Yeah, sure.
Oh, I believe every word of that. You may continue, Mrs. Starr. Miss
I
Starr.
was on my way to deliver a lunchbox to my boyfriend. Hold
Hold it! Who was that fucker?
This boyfriend. He's the detective? Not that boyfriend, the security guard.
That boyfriend? You have several?
Yes, this boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend. Care to join? The yet another boyfriend position is still open for applicants.
I'll stick with the lunches, thanks.
Note to self, the judge,
I'm
had
like
to,
65.
the judge had to think before replying. The security guard room is in the lot in A block. It's up on the second level, so you can see everything from there. That would be the room with
Would
the
not
security
respond to it.
sign.
At all.
Yeah. You could just kind of yell out the window, "Hey!
Hey!
Hey,
Hey!
Hey,
Do
stop!
that!
Hey, stop it!
Hey! Hey, stop it! Don't make me come down there!
Stop killing
Won't
that
come
guy!"
down there! You just hear him walking down the stairs.
Incidentally, did you bring your lunchboxes by car? Since I'm a visitor now, I parked in B block. So she was in B block when she witnessed the crime. When I sensed something, perhaps it was my finely honed detectives into... I don't have to read that again. Through the wire fence, I saw the chief prosecutor standing next to her. Wait a minute. If she was by the trunk of the car, how the fuck did she see shit?
Yeah, I don't know. That doesn't make any sense.
Well, let's...
Wasn't the trunk open?
Yeah, but like it was on... She would have been standing in front of the car. Hold it!
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, she would have been in front of the car, and the trunk would have been open, blocking her view.
Yeah. By garish car, you mean... Mr. Edgeworth's car, yes.
Mr. Edgeworth?
Incidentally, the knife with which the victim was stabbed was also Mr. Edgeworth's. Wasn't it?
Holy shit, why are you up here, guy?
Indeed it was.
What an odd case this is. And the person you saw, you are sure it is the defendant?
I saw her from no further than 30 feet away. I am certain it was her. If she's telling the truth, we're doomed. Let's just do what we can. Even if we don't have any proof, we can always nitpick. Witness, in your testimony, you clearly stated the following. Prosecutors are nothing more than worms. Ergo, you are a biased witness. You might want to keep those silly opinions to yourself in the future, rookie. Huh? Rookie? Unless you're willing to risk the consequences of doubting me. I'll fry you like a fritter, crispy on the outside, chewy on the inside.
What does that mean?
That was inspiring.
I believe I've heard that.
I'm
tagline
inspired now.
You could correct plagiarism. I may be relegated to the lowly post of lunch lady, but my instincts are honed.
Why did she instantly become a lunch lady after being fired as an investigator? Couldn't she have just gone and been an investigator anywhere else?
Somewhere else, yeah.
Yeah.
A photograph? You took this?
The moment I witnessed the crime, my reflexes took over and snap, I took a picture. In fact, one of my lunchboxes is rigged with a camera. Why? I suppose that's more exciting than just hanging it around your neck.
Witness, why am I only seeing this photograph just now?
You think I'd show it to you, a prosecutor? Think again. My boyfriend works in the photography division of criminal affairs.
Well, this is most certainly the defendant.
Crime photo.
I would say I'm like 95% sure.
Oh, that is unmistakably Lana Sky.
So, what was the defendant doing at that time?
Chief prosecutor was holding a knife in her right hand.
Hold it, she's left-handed.
Then she
Lie.
pressed the pointy tip into Detective Goodman's chest. Well, hold on. Let's see, what's that picture got? How do I check it? There we go. Why the fuck is she wearing his jacket?
I don't know. She was wearing it in like the black and white snapshot thing too that we saw earlier.
Oh, yeah. It is weird.
It's weird.
But it definitely, like, the picture doesn't show that she was holding the knife, though. Objection.
Doesn't.
And you witnessed this? You saw Miss Sky stab the victim with the knife? As I've already said, yes. I swear it on my finest salmon swirl lunch.
I'm sure that is a fine.
But isn't that odd? Look at this photograph. Every time I do, it makes me laugh.
Yeah! The moment that you forget to do that, I will leave the stream immediately and never join another Ace Attorney stream.
This is the photograph you took the very moment of the crime. There's a lot of looking at photographs in this game, so it's gonna happen a lot. Then why is Miss Sky not holding a knife?
Mr. Edgeworth, your thoughts?
Objection.
That had to be the weakest objection ever, Edgeworth.
Yet it was still stronger than your ever feeble mind, Mr. Wright. Yeah, Mulguy, that'd be a huge conflict of interest.
What do you mean, Mr. Edgeworth?
This photograph was taken the moment before was not taken the moment before the stabbing. This was taken at the moment after the stabbing.
Objection! And how can you tell that? Blood splatter. Eh? See the dark crimson stains on the chief prosecutor's coat? But it's a black and white photo. It's a black and white photograph.
That could have been anything. She could have spilled syrup all over herself.
Yes, it's hard to tell, but this could be blood, I suppose.
Well, Mr. Wright, I see no problem here.
Nope.
No problem, except you.
Mr. Wright, are you going to just sit there and take that kind of abuse?
God, did you hear that?
You got
Twitch
a better
chat?
idea? Wait, that contradicts what the witness said in her testimony. Namely, that she took the picture the moment she witnessed the crime. This is just nitpicking. It seems I was slightly unclear. My apologies. That's it? If you run out of lunch, you order seconds. Problem solved. If you don't like it, try ordering the jumbo-sized lunch from the get-go. Good advice. I'm not sure I understood it, but good advice. I didn't have time to stop her. Prosecutor Sky was cold, calculating. Like, yeah, that's the face a robot makes when they murder someone.
Dude, is it gonna end up being a robot?
She killed without pain or remorse. It was a premeditated murder. Objection!
No, hold on, you don't know that.
How do you know?
Look at the chief prosecutor's hand in that photograph.
Well, are those gloves?
Surgical gloves made of thin rubber, most likely. Why would she have those on? If it was not premeditated, she would not have been wearing those gloves.
That was an
And if the
interesting
gloves
sound I made.
fit.
Those gloves do seem to tell a tale of premeditation.
Premeditated murder. A serious offense.
Witness, add this to your testimony.
Do you see the problem with that? The murder was planned. The rubber gloves prove it.
Sorry, give me a second.
Evidence. Goodman's ID, King of Prosecutors Trophy, Edgeworth's knife, parking stub, Blue Badger panel, Goodman's autopsy report, Goodman's note, cell phone, floor plans, crime photo. It's on this page, I'll help you. It's not the crime photo. They're claiming it's premeditated.
But it can't be because hang on, let me try to figure this out. Scroll through evidence again. Well, oh yeah, if it was premeditated, why did she steal this guy's knife
Why'd
from
she
the
use
toolbox
Edgeworth's
in the back of
knives?
his car? She would have found her own weapon. There we go. I thank you for giving me a
Objection!
second. I assumed I would get there, but I'm never sure. I'm kind of dumb.
Yeah. Witness, do you know what this is? Are you trying to test me? I sell box lunches for a living, you know. That's a knife. The knife. The knife that was in Mr. Edgeworth's trunk.
Indeed, it is my knife. I hope I get it back. It
What's with
belonged
this
to my
case?
father.
A bloody murder weapon? The defense is the chief prosecutor from district, right? Mommy, your prosecutors bad people. The defense has a
Yes, dear.
request.
Very bad people.
We ask that the witness provide an accurate testimony. What's that, rookie? In your testimony, you stated that Lana Skye planned this murder, and that's why she was wearing those special gloves.
It seems like a natural conclusion to me. The gloves do indicate planning.
However, why would she not also prepare the most important thing, the murder weapon? Oh.
Oh.
This knife just happened to be in the trunk of that car. Ladies and gentlemen, if you're going to plan a murder, you don't forget the weapon.
Got him.
Whoa!
Wow, she dropped some of her lunch.
Order! Order! Order!
Great, now the tide is turning in our favor. Great show, Mr. Wright. My sister's as good as free. Well, no.
No, not at all. And anyway. Right. I believe the next lunch you'll be eating is humble pie.
What?
I hope you weren't deluding yourself into thinking that the tide has turned.
I mean, maybe.
Not over such a trifling detail.
But this shoots a hole in the whole premeditated theory.
Bah. The prosecution could care less if it was premeditated or not. The only one who seems to care is that lunch lady over there. I don't really know what her deal is. The defendant, Lana Skye, murdered a detective with a knife. That is the only thing the prosecution needs to prove. Nothing else.
Very good, Mr. Prosecutor. I suppose you think you're clever now? But
I am exceptionally clever.
But you know as well as I do that she planned on killing him. It was planned. If it wasn't, why would she
I
have
do
been
not
wearing...
give a shit.
I believe I'd like to hear your testimony again.
Witness, please tell us only what you saw and not what you thought.
How dare you! My powers of deduction are not to be underestimated. Really now.
Ma'am, you are a lunch lady.
Angel's deduction. Lana Skye intended to murder Detective Goodman. That's why she called the victim all the way to the prosecutor's office. I'm sure the chief prosecutor had a grudge against the victim. Nothing else could drive that human machine to plunge the knife in again and again. Well...
She only stabbed him once, bitch! Your story's falling apart! Sorry.
The victim was summoned from the police. I'm about to give up.
Whoa. That one got away from me.
Sounded like you yawned halfway through.
I didn't though. I fucking like shut down or something.
It does sound a lot like premeditation, doesn't it?
So if I ordered the pizza, does that mean I'm planning to kill the delivery boy?
In any case, I'm going to ignore that. In any case, the defense may now cross-examine the witness.
Yeah, we've got a fucking autopsy report that says he was only stabbed
Get her
once,
with
bitch.
that multiple stab! Call the bitch out! I don't like this one, by the way. I know I know Mole Guy wants to get stepped on by her, but I do not trust her.
3, 4. I forgot what the present button was. There we go. Oh,
that's right. Mole Guy said they're on probation. Actually, I forgot.
Objection! You say she stabbed him again and again, but you couldn't have witnessed that. Are you testing me? Then I'll test you. With my moss surprise. What?
I'm afraid the moss is growing under our feet as we wait, Miss Star.
Huh?
What?
What do you mean?
I shouldn't have to explain this, but take a look. The autopsy report states that death was due to loss of blood from one stab wound.
Aha! You're right! Good show, Mr. Edgeworth. I'm easily impressed.
What the hunk? He's my hero, really. What about my objection? No one noticed?
Well, witness.
You got the crime scene set, right?
God, what is this lady's deal?
Oh, thanks.
I always believed that no one could ever mistake ketchup for blood. But now I realize that such mistakes are possible.
So, you're saying you mistook something for blood?
When she lifted her knife, I thought I saw blood at her breast. Spattered blood from her victim. That's why I thought she must have stabbed him at least twice.
And tell us what you saw that you thought was blood. Testify!
Her red muffler looked like blood to me. That's how ghastly the whole scene was.
What? Pardon?
I don't think she was wearing a thing on the...
She wasn't wearing a muffler in the thing.
on the
Was she?
photo.
I'm like 90% sure she was not.
Yeah, no, she super isn't.
But, bitch, there's no goddamn muffler. What the fuck are you on about?
Objection!
Look at
Miss
this
Starr, I
photograph.
demand an explanation.
The witness is clearly not suited for detective work.
What?
The suspect was not wearing a scarf or muffler of any kind when she stabbed the victim. I love how Edgeworth doesn't like this lady. So he's just fucking like dunking on her. And you've proved it yourself with this photograph.
Huh? But that can't be!
Only a professional lunch lady could be so utterly clueless. Congratulations! Perhaps you finally found your true calling in life. Holy fuck, Edgeworth!
Harsh words, but good.
In the end, Mr. Edgeworth prevails. What was my objection, chopped liver? It was there, a scarf. No, not that, but something red, really.
Where now? Where were we? The witness has given us an entertaining interlude, but back to business.
What?
Very well, witness. Continue your testimony. You saw the crime and apprehended the suspect. Tell us about that. Did you hop the chain fence? How'd that happen?
Very well. I do remember some things accurately, at least. Ultimately, we couldn't shake the most important part of her testimony. The most important part? Stop reading my mind. The part where your sister stabs the victim.
Yeah, he thought that. Did they, like, fuck up?
This next testimony might just be the moment of truth. Maya does that occasionally, too. Like, sometimes the characters respond to blue text, and I'm like, what do you... Stop it.
Yeah, I assume it's just like, they just forgot.
Apprehending the suspect. After the murder... Nope. After the murder, the
Wrong.
suspect attempted to run behind a partition off to her side. I quickly caught her, explained her rights to her, and arrested her on the spot. Ah, yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's what had me confused in my earlier testimony. The chief prosecutor made to escape, but against Angel's star, resistance is futile.
You're the scarf, aren't you?
I strike like a snake and bite like a cobra. That's me, Angel's star. That wasn't a very good
Okay.
metaphor. First of all, a cobra is a kind of snake. Don't bother me with details unless you want to get bitten. No thanks. Not to self, Mr. Wright is weak against poisonous snake bites. The chief prosecutor
Yeah.
tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain.
True?
She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. An oil drum? Hard to imagine. Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard woman. Row.
You went so high pitched for that round.
Row.
Okay.
You think the judge is like getting a migraine because he had 2 months of normal fucking cases and then these dipshits all piled back into his court?
It's like, God damn it.
God, I was having a good day. Things were looking up.
I was just listening to regular civic trials. Then you idiots come
People
back in
came
here
in
with
and
another
they're like, yeah, I
dumbass murder.
sped. The people like coming in, they're like, yeah, I was speeding. It's fine. What's my fine? Everything was kosher. There wasn't snakes or lunch ladies. Very well, Mr. Wright. Well, cross-examination, if you will.
Quickly caught her, explained to Wrights in a restaurant on the spot. Didn't you say you were like fucking 30 feet away or some shit? Hold
Yeah,
it.
weren't you past a chain link fence?
You say
fence?
quickly. Were you close to the suspect? As I just said, I was only 30 feet away from her the whole time. Maybe I should press her for more details. Yes?
Yeah,
Yes?
there was a fence.
I'd like to see this on the floor plans, just to be safe. The lunch
Bitch,
land
they're
car
fenced, though.
was...
She was a visitor, thus she was parked in B block.
So you witnessed the murder from here?
That would make it about 30 feet from the car, yes?
Is that correct, Miss Starr? Yes, that's right.
I can hear you eating Chex Mix, Steve.
Maybe.
But there was a chain link fence in front of you.
I went over it, of course.
Amazing! The cough up queen, lunch lady athlete indeed.
It would have taken her a little time to clear the fence. Russian accent is hard to do when you're eating. So she couldn't have got to my sister that fast. Yeah, that fence was about 9 feet high, too. So how did Miss Sky not get away? It's when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler.
Hold it. Please press on the muffler thing. What the fuck is her deal with this muffler?
Hold it! I mean, she's wearing it now. She mentioned the muffler? What exactly did she say? If I remembered exactly, I would have told you in my testimony. Cheeky. Anyway, all I heard her say was the word muffler.
Just that one word?
So, what you heard wasn't the suspect talking to you, but to someone else?
Yes, the chief prosecutor was talking on her phone. Her phone? She can't mean... yeah. By phone, do you mean this cell phone discovered at the crime scene? Yes, ultimately.
Ultimately?
My memory... It's like a salmon heading upstream, you see.
No, the court doesn't say, mister.
The chief prosecutor first attempted to use the phone hanging on the wall.
On the wall?
That's right. Near the car, there was an emergency phone on the wall. Apparently it was out of order.
And so she used her cell phone?
Indeed, the emergency phone was out of order that day.
Shitty emergency phone.
Good witnessing, witness.
Good witnessing? Whatever happened to good testifying?
You should, of course, add this to your testimony.
Sorry, I had to scroll down a little bit on my, guide. Things I do to please this rookie defense attorney. Honest eyes updated in the court record. The word muffler was overheard during a call made to Emma at 5:18.
What if she's talking about a car muffler?
I saw it all, how she tried the phone on the wall but had to use her cell instead.
Hold it.
Okay, let's see. Yeah, let's press. Hold it! Do you think you could restate your testimony for the court?
Well, I was going to ask the same thing.
I'll only say this one time, so
Great
listen close.
minds.
Listen close, rookies.
Ma'am, I've been a judge for like 40 years.
Chief prosecutor stabbed the victim and ran behind the partition. Then she picked up the emergency phone on the wall, but it was out of order. So she pulled her own cell phone out of her pocket. And during that time, you
climbed over the chain link fence.
Then, when I boldly grabbed her arm, the chief prosecutor hung up her phone. And you saw her doing this? What is it, Mr. Wright?
There was a partition.
Yeah, you didn't see
How
shit.
could you see it?
You didn't
There
see
was a hole in the way. No, no, no. No, I don't think so.
Objection!
Floor plane.
Miss Starr,
I like
I
when
have to
Phoenix
conclude
does that
you
one
have...
sprite where he's got his like hands kind of on his side and he's looking real fucking smug.
It's really good.
I like that one.
Miss
It's
Starr,
very good.
I have to conclude that you have a personal grudge against Miss Lana Sky.
The witness is a former detective. Her testimony is unmarred by personal bias.
Well, who would have thought you would be my knight in shining armor, prosecutor? You, who together with the chief prosecutor kicked me out 2 years ago. Well, Miss Starr, this is a fatal
I've never regretted it.
This is a fatal contradiction with your testimony. How do you explain this? I don't know what you're talking about. Mess with me, and I'll make you cough it all up. Ahem. Let's take a look at the floor plans. You said you witnessed the crime from this point. However, if that's true, you couldn't possibly have seen Miss Sky making that phone call. I believe you see what I'm getting at. This is the one.
This is the one. The exact one. Look at this smug bastard. Oh, God, it's great.
I especially
It's
like it
super
because
good.
this is usually followed by either the shouting one or the sweating one.
Yeah.
I believe you
It's
see
so
what I'm
good.
getting at. That emergency phone was on the backside of this partition. If indeed you were in B block, you couldn't have seen it. Whoa!
What is the meaning of this?
It's simple, Your Honor. She's not coughing up lunch. She's coughing up lies.
That's quite a claim, Mr. Wright. Perhaps you will allow me a question. Tell us exactly what lie this witness has told to the court.
Here's where the counterattack begins. I can't afford to get this wrong. The witness lied about... I mean...
What she saw, right? Has to be.
Well, she said...
Because she said she saw them her making the phone call, but she didn't see it.
Well, she didn't know about it, though. She caught the muffler thing. So, like, I think where might make more sense, because, like... It also doesn't explain how the fuck she climbed a 9-foot fence without without Lana noticing. And running away, you know?
Well, I mean, your guide will tell you what's right, so let's just go with
I mean,
that.
that's where.
It's where, okay. Sure.
This guy tried to use the emergency phone, but it was out of order. What is significant about this fact? Nothing. Therefore, it would be pointless for Miss Starr to lie about it.
Pointless to lie. I see.
But say the witness did actually see Miss Sky using the emergency phone.
I mean, she was on the A side the whole time.
Miss Starr witnessed the crime from a different location.
So you're basically supposed to assume that she did see it. She wouldn't have had to have a reason to make up a dumb lie like that.
I guess.
So that's why the where comes in. I mean, that's a little tenuous, but I'll allow it. A different location.
She was very specific about it, and she was right about the phone being out of order, so, like, she didn't know those things about it.
Yeah, no, I can see it. Now that's a pointless lie I've ever heard.
Objection! Before you call my lie pointless, at least let me tell it.
My lie.
Wait.
Wait a second. Let me ask a question to our clever wordsmith, Mr. Wright. Just where was the witness when she saw the crime?
All the testimony we heard until now points in one direction.
She was in the security booth.
The place where she witnessed the crime from was here.
Security room, right? Or just somewhere on the map, I guess. It was in A block for sure.
I guess just like I just hit A block, I assume. Take that. If she was here, she could see the emergency phone.
That's true. That solves the mystery.
That would allow her to see the emergency phone, yes. But if she was there, she would have been able to arrest her well before she dialed her cell phone. Yeah, dude, I told you, it's security room.
Oh. You doubt my speed? I can run 150 feet in 9 seconds, you know. Is that really that fast?
I mean, we got extra dialogue of it.
Not as fast as your witty rejoinders.
Yes, Your Honor. All the testimony we've heard.
Dude, we lost 2 bars because you didn't listen to me say security room. Steven, my brain is so large and wrinkled, why do you doubt me?
Take that. This is the only place where she could have been.
The security guard room?
Indeed, the security guard room in the underground parking lot is well positioned. It's built on the 2nd floor so you can see the entire lot.
She would have been able to see the emergency phone from there.
I don't know where she took that fucking picture from then, though.
Why? There are many other places where she could have seen the phone.
Not in this case, Your Honor. The witness, not being part of the prosecutor's office, couldn't park in A block. The only place where she could have seen the crime and the back of the partition is here. I remember in your testimony you said you brought a lunch to your boyfriend to the security guard room, yes? Well, Miss Starr? How many years have I been getting the better of men? To think that the tables could be turned. Today, a man has gotten the better of Angel Starr.
Oh, water. Witness. What have you done? You used to be a detective. What have you done? You were supposed to bring balance to the justice, not destroy it.
Sorry.
You should know better.
I'm not turning back. The guilty will be punished. And I'll do what I must to make sure justice prevails. The guilty? Is she talking about Miss Sky? Mr. Wright, doesn't this strike you as odd? Why didn't Miss Starr lie? It doesn't make sense. Huh? She could have just said she saw the crime from the security guard station. It wouldn't change anything.
Exactly. His photograph tells all. It was the defendant who stabbed the victim.
Yeah, but who fucking took it if she was on the other side
Who
of the
took-
fence?
But who took this photograph? That truth still stands.
Objection! It still stands? I disagree, Mr. Edgeworth.
Ah, look at that smug bastard. What?
If a witness is found to be lying, they're guilty of perjury. She knows this. She wouldn't risk that without a good reason.
So, tell us what a reason was, Mr. Wright. Big man on campus.
Me?
Who else? Well, I'm
Mr.
not gonna
Wright,
do it.
Let's review what we know. The Star witnessed the crime from the security guard station. But she lied and said she saw it from B block. It must make a vital difference, but what? What would change? The difference,
Angle of the view
difference
to the
in
crime?
lighting. Yeah, difference in lighting is
It's
pretty
got-
good.
Difference of light. It's gotta be the angle of view, right? Is that what they mean by the photograph, or is it distance?
I think it's distance, because she said she was only 30 feet away.
30 feet away, but she was much further.
Yeah, because the
Yeah.
security station doesn't have direct access. I think she has to go, like, down a staircase or some shit.
Yeah, sure.
It changes the distance between her and the scene of the crime.
My condolences, Mr. Wright. But one look at the floor plans and it's quite clear. It's the same. You baboon! I told you it was angle. Aren't you using a guide? This is why I trust you.
Yes.
So this is the correct thing?
Yes.
A bigger line court. No one has gotten away with it in this game. The distance between the scene of the crime and the guard station is 30 feet. I don't see how that would change what she could see.
Objection. What she saw is not in question here. What matters is the time it would take her to reach the scene of the crime.
Ah, that's what they mean.
Miss Starr, you witnessed the crime from the security guard station. Now, how long did it take you to go from there to the scene of the crime where you arrested Miss Skye?
Well, witness.
Yes? You ordered the squid wheels, right? The quality of my lunches has gone from low to inedible. I was bringing a PB&J lunch with a fresh boysenberry jam to my boyfriend.
Boysenberry.
Boysenberry for the boyfriend.
He wasn't in the station, so I waited. I witnessed the crime
God,
from
I
the last
think it's
walled
decent
station.
Boysenberry. Oh, it's just probably dynamite.
And before I knew what I was doing, I found myself running towards the scene. But the door was locked. I couldn't open it. Oh. So she had to go all the fucking way around to be... That's how she got the photo.
Holy shit.
That would have taken
God.
so long. That's why I had to go through the visitors parking in B block.
Why does that all link up?
That's quite a detour.
Well, I guess that's how the visitors get in. Theoretically.
Right. They probably don't hop the fence to get in, though.
No, normally not, I would assume.
It probably took me at least 5 minutes to get to the scene of the crime.
For 5 minutes? This changes things considerably.
But it was that woman over there in the defendant's chair who stabbed him. I know it. I have photographic evidence. You don't. I swear it. I swear it on my finest plastic spork.
Ooh, shit, that's serious.
You have a point, and the spork is a wonderful invention.
Would you like another caviar lunch?
Absolutely.
Uh-oh. Mr. Wright, you have to do something. Do I have any evidence to stop this? Yes.
God, this shit is dynamite.
Objection! 5 minutes between witnessing of the murder and the arrest? Think about it. You can make pasta in that amount of time, if you like it al dente. I've had lunchboxes that tie pasta into knots, rookie.
If you like it al dente.
A 5-minute blank? Isn't that strange?
Strange.
If you were a criminal, what would you do with 5 minutes, Your Honor?
Yes, well, I guess I'd flee the scene. Hey! Don't get the wrong idea. I didn't kill anyone.
But you
I've never murdered a single person.
But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run.
Stop bringing it up, frankly. I don't know why we're talking about me. I haven't done anything. Ever.
Certainly not something that the statute of limitations is about to run out on. Don't take
Certainly
me to court.
not one of those.
Don't take me to court, right?
I
don't trust you.
Court is adjourned. Everyone go home for 3 days.
But you have the instincts of a killer. You would run, but this time was different. Miss Skye dawdled at the scene of the crime. She even had her picture taken. No true criminal would act this way. It's inconceivable. Yeah.
Well, this means we've come to the end of this testimony. The witness has a grudge against the defendant and a blank in her testimony.
Sorry, I was scrolling.
Mr. Edgeworth, is the next witness ready to go?
Unfortunately, I appear to have overestimated this witness on account of her professional history.
We did it. We screwed that can shut, Mr. Wright. That was too close.
Who screws a can shut?
I'm afraid that the Coffin Queen has been dethroned. And with that, court is adjourned.
Hold it! Mr. Edgeworth, you ordered the squid wheels, right? That's the one she tried to foist off on me.
I prefer to not take the defense team's leftovers. Anything else to say?
I might be able to save you. I have decisive evidence.
What was that?
Is this another one of her trick lunchboxes?
My apologies, but we have no further questions to ask of you, Miss Star.
Ah. Is this your jumbo lunchbox?
Ho 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 ho! Whoa, a triple decker! Out of deference to the witness's determination, I'll allow one more testimony. Let's hear about this decisive evidence. Goddamn triple decker.
Like the Lunchland motto says, you won't be disappointed.
I love how easily bought off the judges by food.
What's she going to pull out of her lunchbox this time? Decisive evidence.
This means the judge has now had 5 lunches.
Over the course of however long this has been. Usually like a couple hours at the most. I should have mentioned those 5 minutes when I wasn't looking at the crime scene. And now, to the matter of the victim's shoe. Did I not bring this up? 2 types of blood were found on this shoe. One was, of course, the victim's, and the other blood type matched that of the defendant, Miss Lana Skye. What?
Well, why
the
is
shoe
she
proves
bleeding?
it. It's flawless, decisive evidence. Does it?
Hold on a second. There's
Is
a
it?
lot to unpack here.
What? There was blood found on that shoe?
Try Lunchland for all of your lunch and decisive evidence needs.
Witness, what's the meaning of this? Why is this the first time I've heard of this evidence?
I stole it from the crime scene. Simple, as I've already said. I don't trust you with evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. That's why I took the liberty of investigating this myself.
Yeah, it is weird how thriving the Japanese bento culture is here in LA. Indefinitely LA.
Definitely, totally.
And you had blood tests performed.
Didn't I mention? I have 3 boyfriends in forensics.
My God, you said you only had 3 boyfriends total.
And they're all in
What?
forensics.
No, one's a security guard. She said she had this boyfriend, that boyfriend, and the other boyfriend, but she didn't have yet another boyfriend. Her boyfriend count is all over the place.
Right.
In any case, Your Honor, I can't accept this as evidence.
What?
You must know the 2 rules of evidence law. Rule 1, no evidence shall be shown without approval of the police department.
I feel like we show evidence all the time that's not proved by the police department, but okay.
I like you, Wright. I let you get away with it. In other words, the shoe is illegal evidence, at least for the time being.
Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth sure is celebrating. Not so fast, Mr. Edgeworth. Eh?
Are you gonna pull out a police report? I swear to God.
Don't forget, I used to be a detective. As I mentioned previously, the shoe has already been tested by a member of the forensics department. As you can see, it was approved by the police department as of today.
I
Even
am
the general
going
public
to
can
shoot
produce official
myself.
evidence, Mr. Edgeworth. Is that right? What the fuck? Is that right, Mr. Wright? It seems so. Edgeworth is looking pretty sullen. You could at least study some evidence, though, really.
The prosecution's complaints notwithstanding, it appears that this evidence satisfies the first rule of evidence law. However, it seems you have yet another count against you, witness.
Anything to ensure that the guilty are properly judged. Victim's shoe added to the court record.
There, Mr. Wright. You may cross-examine the witness.
Decisive evidence. Cross-examination. 2, 3, 4, 5. Does it, though? Hold it. I can't let this evidence go through without a fight. You ordered the peppered fish guts, right? Some like it hot, Mr. Wright. Some, like your client, she's in enough hot water to make a whole vat of soup. Mr. Wright, do you or don't you have a problem with this shoe? A problem? This is critical. Is there a problem with the victim's shoe? I mean, let's...
Problem.
I do want to check one thing, though. Because,
She's wearing completely different shoes.
Yeah, she's not even wearing
She's wearing
white
black shoes.
She's not wearing white shoes. What the fuck are you on about?
Yeah. Like, there's so many problems with this.
There is a problem. If I'm not imagining things, I'd say there is one critical problem with this evidence. A clear contradiction. That gleam in your eyes. You're still young, rookie. I'd give you a peppered fish gut now, but you couldn't take the heat, could you?
That's what Mr. Wright has to say. What is contradictory about the victim's shoe? Shows the problem with this evidence.
Oh, there's blood on the bottom of it, too. We were probably supposed to examine that. It is weird that there's blood on the bottom, though.
Cheat.
There's blood there. Yeah, blood on the bottom, yes.
On the bottom, right?
That's what I thought. That's what I assumed.
I was wondering
Take
why you
that.
weren't clicking it.
I wonder if you noticed. There's blood on the bottom of this shoe. Don't mess with me, rookie. Or it'll be your blood on the bottom of my shoe.
Indeed, there's quite a bit of blood on the bottom of this shoe.
It makes sense. I briefly forgot that was me. It makes sense. The victim was stabbed with a knife. What could possibly be contradictory about blood on the bottom of his shoe? Oh, it's his shoes.
Yeah, but his shoes weren't even on the ground. The problem lies in the footprint.
This is you.
The footprint? Note that the bottom of the victim's shoe is covered in blood. I feel like we're both wrong here. Then, isn't it strange? Why weren't any bloody footprints found by the scene of the crime?
Oh, they're making like a whole extra thing. Alright, I see. We're just both way off, huh?
Yeah, I guess. As you can see, there were no traces of any such footprints at the scene of the crime. That contradicts your claim about this shoe.
This picture only shows us part of the floor, so there could have been bloody footprints.
Objection! Then where are they, Mr. Edgeworth? Because we checked the scene and found nothing of the sort.
Maybe they were mopped up.
Order, order, order. Well, the witness?
What, huh? Great going, Mr. Wright, but it's true that the lack of a footprint is a contradiction. But then we have to ask why there wasn't a footprint. Oh.
That's true. There has to be a reason why there wasn't a footprint.
Think, Mr. Wright, think. Hey, I don't know why it's not there. I'm just gonna find contradictions. What? Oh, he doesn't have a hold it line? Alright.
I see. Now I get it.
Get what?
Our witness is more devious than I gave her credit for. We were hoodwinked to the very end. But she slipped. There's one vital hint to the truth in her testimony.
What are you talking about?
Think back to when she told us about apprehending the suspect.
The chief prosecutor tried to resist, but her efforts were in vain. She knocked my hands aside, kicked over an oil drum. Oh, she's beautiful, but deadly. A predator, this one. A leopard. Wow.
The oil drum. I thought that was a strange thing for the normally cool-headed chief to do.
No kidding.
Now, witness, allow me to ask a very simple question. This oil drum, was it empty?
Oh, that, I'm not sure I like your attitude, Mr. Edgeworth. Though apparently you're not the slowest conveyor belt in the lunchbox factory. What?
Witness! Well, was the oil drum empty, or...?
The oil drum kicked over by the chief prosecutor was brimming with water. Water? What does that mean?
Still don't get it, Mr. Wright. Do you want to know the reason she knocked it over? The real reason?
Bah, ha! You don't mean.
Yes, the suspect knocked over that oil drum for one reason and one reason alone. To erase the bloodstains that would become evidence against her.
Ah!
Bah! That ties things up quite nicely. The bloodstains left on the victim's shoes tie quite clearly to this murder. And after the deed was done, she knocked over the oil drum to erase the telltale signs.
That's me. Why, that's the prosecutor's
Yeah.
specialty, erasing evidence. That reminds
this bitch
me,
got a
this guy's
high.
right hand was hurt. Didn't she say she'd cut herself when she stabbed him?
Oh yeah.
So that's when my sister got blood on the shoe?
Well, I see no reason to prolong this trial.
Mr. Wright, do something, please. What? What can I do?
Are you still fucking eating Chex Mix, Steve?
It's gone. Your sister's confessed to the crime and she tried to conceal it. But
Enough. There's no need for further debate. The verdict, Your Honor.
very
Very well.
Nope. But Angel Star's on the prosecution side. She could have been lying about the water.
This court finds the defendant, Miss Lana Sky.
Guilty.
Hold it, said
Ah,
somebody.
thank God.
Hold it. Little girl, what did you just say? Huh? Me? Did you say that I, Angel Star, was on the prosecution side? Well, yeah, you are. You're saying my sister hid evidence by erasing the bloody footprints. Well, I thought you'd had your fill, but here you are demanding a second helping.
And I took that personally.
Another lunchbox. A lunchbox called evidence.
Wait, witness. Don't tell me you have something else.
Oh my god.
The time for deliberations is past. Any further comments and you will be held in contempt of court.
Your threats don't scare the cough-up queen. Look at this.
This photograph.
A photograph?
I had it just in case anyone had the gall.
Oh,
to
there's something
suggest-
in the muffler. Aha, I told you muffler meant something else. She stuck something in the tailpipe of the car. I'm a genius. My brain is so massive it threatens to burst from my skull.
that the white shoe didn't belong to the victim.
I see no room for error in this evidence.
Mr. Wright, wait, look at the asphalt in this photo. Hey, it's clearly wet.
A trace of doubt from the court's mind. Immediately after the murder, the crime scene was washed with water.
I'm sorry, Mr. Wright. I guess I couldn't help after all. It's not your fault.
Man,
I knew
there's
I couldn't
something
win this
here.
case from the beginning. And
We just have to find a way to
seems
prolong
this is
it.
what your sister
We gotta go
wanted
see what's in the
anyway.
tailpipe of the car.
I'm sorry, Mia. Feel free to not.
Oh, right.
think of lettuce.
This
It's
is
fine.
technically me. I don't know how to do girl voices though. I'm not good at them.
Eh.
I really should have gotten water before all this, huh?
Yeah, that's why I usually do.
Right, wet or not. Don't be so quick to throw in the towel.
Eh?
Get yourself up off the asphalt. Take a good look. Don't give up. Not until the bitter end.
Eh? Fuck was that? This is the last piece of evidence.
Very well, this time I'd like to declare a verdict for good.
Objection!
Oh my god!
Your Honor, wait.
What is it with you people? Can't I hand down my verdicts in peace anymore? Whatever it is, can it wait?
No, it can't. Then it will be too late. Look at this
Oh
photograph.
my god.
Every time I do, it makes me
Yeah!
The last one submitted. This trial isn't over until we give each piece of evidence proper consideration.
So, Rat, are you saying there's a problem with this latest piece of evidence?
Yeah, I'll think later. Yeah, there's a problem. Right or wrong, I've got to go ahead with this.
I suppose as we've come this far, we should give every claim a fair shake. Very well, Mr. Wright. Show the court the problem in this photograph.
It's right there, in the muffler. As you said. Take
Muffler. Muffler?
that! The problem in this photograph is here.
What's this? There's something poking out of the car's muffler.
Wait just a moment, Mr. Edgeworth.
Your Honor?
You just said muffler. However, I see no trace of a muffler or scarf of any kind in this photograph.
Oh no, the judge is dumb. Look at his
The
The
impatient
muffler is
fingers
also
tapping.
part on a car or motorcycle, Your Honor. Just think of it as part of the exhaust system. A pipe.
I see, and I see. What's that suspicious-looking cloth sticking out of the car's muffler?
So what if there is something sticking out of the muffler? What does that have to do with this case? Nothing. Absolutely nothing. Objection! Sorry, Miss Starr, but it's not going to be that easy. In fact, you've already told us why this is important to the case. You said as much in your testimony. What?
What Mr. Wright has on his mind.
Imagine if
To
somebody
tell
put
us
a
why you
muffler
think
in a
this piece of
muffler.
cloth in the muffler is related to this case.
Which
Take that!
muffler was overheard?
Miss Starr, recall your testimony for the court. Ah, yes, when I arrested her, she mentioned the muffler. That's why it had me confused in my early testimony. Muffler! Ah! Yeah! Could it be that the muffler
Yeah!
I heard mentioned was actually this exhaust pipe?
What if someone put a muffler in the muffler? Yo.
If so,
I heard you like
that means
mufflers.
this piece of cloth is vital evidence.
Somehow.
Whoa! Ow.
Wow. She really didn't take that one well.
No.
Well, it seems we'll have to suspend the proceedings till someone goes
Suspend?
dig around in that muffler. I find myself wondering about that piece of cloth. If we leave any question unanswered, here we have done a we do a disservice to the law.
Couldn't read that one.
Have the car at the crime scene inspected at once and bring me that cloth. The verdict will wait until after we've seen all the evidence. Agreed?
I suppose so.
Ooh, that was close. But we made it, at least for now.
This court will adjourn for a 30-minute recess. It's lunchtime after all.
He's still hungry?
Yes, I parked a bento from home.
To be continued.
It's a double-decker.
Ba-na-na-na-na-na-na.
Save your program up to this
Save it.
point. Yes.
What?
I was scrolling, although I may just end it here so I can go to bed. Work has got me exhausted.
Yeah.
So, thanks for watching, everybody. We'll catch you tomorrow for more Yakuza. And, have a good night. Bye.
Goodbye.